Welcome to the Sugar River State Trail. Good morning, everyone. This morning I'm coming to you from the town of New Glarus, Wisconsin. It's at this point here where we are going to ride the Sugar River State Trail. The Sugar River State Trail, I believe, is about 23 miles down, 23 miles back. Our intent is to do the entire trail today between me and my wife. We brought an extra battery with to necessitate that. Where you start this trail from in New Glarus, there's a big parking lot, and it has everything one would need for a starting point, including an ice cream place, so that's awesome. We're right here at the New Glarus Chamber of Commerce. They have a little gift shop in there. So we're looking for a good ride this morning. It's a little chilly. It's about 57 degrees so far. It looks like by the time we get down to Brodhead, Wisconsin, we should gain about 10 degrees. It should be somewhere in the mid 60s. So at this point, though, it's pretty chilly. So we're going to get underway. A few of those restaurants we just passed had outdoor seating with the invisibility of the trail. The trail goes right next to it, so that's really nice. So you can keep an eye on your bike or e-bike. Okay, we're just coming up on mile marker number 1. So I'm a huge fan of mile markers on all bike trails. So the more of those I see, the better. After a mile on this trail, let's talk about trail condition here. This trail reminds me a lot of the Albany State Trail. It looks very, very similar in the way the Albany State Trail is set up. So it's not as wide as some of the others I've ridden, but it's wide enough, definitely for 2 tracks here. And we got about 22 miles to go before Brodhead, and then we're going to turn around and head back. So about 6.5 miles into the ride, we reached the town of Monticello, Wisconsin. Right here they have trail parking, they have a restroom, and I think I forgot to mention at the beginning of this, this is another one of those state trails in Wisconsin where you do have to pay the fee. So I believe it's $5 per day, or you could just spend $25 for an annual pass, and then you could just ride the whole year like we did. One of the other trails that's not part of this trip here, but that we're going to be doing sometime in the future is this Badger State Trail. Right now we're on the Sugar River State Trail. It looks like, I saw this on the website, that they closed the Stewart Tunnel, so you have to go around it. And as far as I read earlier in the year, if I remember correctly, the Stewart Tunnel was one of the cooler parts of that ride. So it's an old tunnel that's pretty long. There was a turn in the tunnel as well, so you can kind of go down and it looks dark. You don't see the light at the end of the tunnel until you make the turn inside the tunnel. So it's unfortunate that that is closed, but it's not part of this trail here, so we're not gonna have to deal with that. Hopefully they can get it fixed by next year. Looks like they have the Sugar River Trail broken up into 12 sections. Right now we would be at number 4, I believe. Okay, so just outside Monticello, Wisconsin here, we come across a major intersection of trails. This is the Badger State Trail here. If you follow it all the way down this way, I believe you're going to make yourself all the way down to Illinois. So if you were to take the Badger State Trail headed south here, in 18 miles, you're going to come across the Jane Addams Trail. That starts in Freeport, Illinois. On the 4th of July, I rode the Jane Addams Trail for the first time. If you are interested in checking out what that trail looks like, go ahead and click that info card above. This gives us an update here. So we're 7 miles from the beginning of the trail in New Glarus, Wisconsin, and we're 16 miles away from Brodhead. That's where we're headed right now. On yesterday's ride, we did the Capital City State Trail that started in Fitchburg, made its way through downtown Madison. So if you were to take the Badger State Trail and start heading north, you'll come across the intersection that we crossed yesterday when we were riding the Capital City State Trail. If you haven't checked out the Capital City State Trail, go ahead and click that info card above. So that Badger State Trail is something I'm really interested in doing next year. I just hope that they get that tunnel situation fixed. I don't want to have to take a detour. I want to check out that tunnel, so I hope they spend the money to get that all fixed up. Okay, so about 15.6 miles into the ride, we reached the town of Albany, Wisconsin. On our way to Brodhead here. There's a mobile gas station and a Dollar General in case you needed to pick something up along the way. But other than that, we haven't seen a restroom in a while. As always, when given the opportunity, let's take a moment to recognize Old Glory, waving in the breeze, as she should. Okay, so I'm at 16 miles on the bike. We're not too far down from that mobile we just stopped by. So speaking of restrooms, they have restrooms here. They also have trail parking and a shaded area to take a little break, a picnic table here. I also noticed they have a pay station here, but they also have maps. So that's very useful. I'm a big fan of seeing maps on these trails. All right, so the bike says 20.6 miles in. We reach a covered bridge. That's pretty cool. It's a replica Clarence covered bridge, 1984. That's pretty neat. In all of the riding I've done on these trails, 4,500 plus miles at this point, this is only the second covered bridge that I've come across. The other one's on the Jane Addams Trail, somewhere near Orangeville. I think that was the name of the town, if I remember correctly. Okay, so we've made our way to mile marker 22 here. It's at this point that the trail basically ends. Now, there is signage over there and right here showing that they do have trail parking and restrooms just down the road this way. So you could start the trail from on this side of the trail and make your way back up to New Glarus. So we're gonna go down the road and check that whole area out and then start making our way back. I should also note here, they have a pay station to pay your fees. They also have maps here, which is always good to see. Okay, so the trail portion of the ride is over. The street we're on is nice and wide. It's only 25 miles an hour, so that's no big deal. But there is no dedicated bike lanes. The road definitely seems wide enough to put in dedicated bike lanes. Okay, so mile marker 23 here. This is the very, very end, the southern terminus of the Sugar River State Trail here. These buildings right here are restrooms. Mile marker 23. I'll just take you over on this side so you guys can see. So there's definitely a decent amount of parking here. They have a picnic table. Restrooms, of course, are important. It's right across from the police station. And I don't know anything about this town. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Brodhead. I have no idea. Looks like the little old downtown area is down over there, that way. Okay, so at this point at mile marker 23, we're 23 miles away from the car. So we're going to be making our way back, perhaps slightly faster than we made our way down. Looked like a standard rails to trails kind of trail here. So on the way back, I saw a bridge at Putnam Park that crosses some sort of river here. We'll check it out and see what that is. Yeah, so there's a cool little bridge here. And as I've mentioned before, I'm a big fan of the bridges that have these little sections that are popped out for people so they could look at the river without actually being in the flow of the traffic on the bridge. And it looks like they got some trail goes right here, probably just a local trail. Goes right across the river here to the park, and then you could hop on the Sugar River State Trail back that way.